Ladies and gentlemen, your hosts, Lorelei and Space Deviant.
Season 1 of Stranger Things was a solid 9 out of 10.
A 10! A 10!
I truly feel the first season will be utterly watchable 50 years from now.
An alternate dimension.
But how do we get there?
We can't shadow walk.
In real life, dummy.
We can't shadow walk, but maybe she can.
The series spanned 5 seasons and nearly a decade of our lives.
There was simply too much I was absolutely furious about concerning the season-by-season decline in the quality of Stranger Things that I couldn't just shoehorn it all into one episode.
How did you? He's a sorcerer. A real-life, honest-to-God sorcerer.
This is shit. This is shit.
That's true.
The hard work of so many sacrificed by the disrespect of a few.
We are going to explore how a universe that was ripe for exploration became unwatchable tripe.
Come on, man, you can't give a build-up like that, and not deliver, right?
And perhaps even why.
Respect and responsibility.
That is right.
With the first season, I have but one true complaint. Joyce and Jonathan.
Their relationship was textbook enmeshment.
I need to think. You're just going home.
Mom, will you just get in, please?
In the very first scene of them together, we see Joyce both berate and parentify her oldest son.
Or not.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I got home late. I was working.
You're working?
Eric asked if I could cover. I said, yeah, I just thought we could use the extra cash.
Jonathan, we've talked about this.
I know.
You can't take shifts when I'm working.
Mom, it's not a big deal. Look, he was at the Wheelers all day. I'm sure he just stayed over.
I can't believe you. Sometimes.
Now, I'm not arguing that this boomer mother and this Gen X son dynamic is in any way unrealistic in a fatherless household.
Tell me about your mother.
Would you like a couch to lie on?
No, I don't want a couch to lie on.
But it's a plot point that needs to be addressed.
Just like Will disappearing or Eleven having superpowers. Throughout the entirety of the show, Joyce was an anxiety-ridden, emotionally manipulative, domineering mother.
I'm not going to stop looking for him until I find him and bring him home. I am going to bring him home.
Who constantly sidelined her nearly adult son.
The script doesn't give her any repercussions for her boorish, emasculating behavior towards Jonathan. And Jonathan, he never learns a lesson about personal growth.
And watch over
No,
the
Mom,
kids.
I can
Please,
help.
I need you to stay, Jonathan.
Joyce!
Please. Please,
Joyce,
I'm gonna
come
find
on!
him. I'm gonna find him.
Any resistance towards his mother fails.
This is a storytelling problem. And by the Duffer Brothers not addressing it,
At all. At any point in season 1.
that issue ended up being a veritable cry of Cassandra for the show meandering into the realm where only women have agency.
I just want this to be over.
Any good play is a morality play.
Each and every character, other than those two, comes out of season 1 thoroughly changed.
Like Steve, for the better.
And others, like Will,
For the worse. But only Joyce and Jonathan are the same people at the end of season 1 that they were at the very beginning.
What are you doing?
Documenting?
Oh, why?
Because it looks great.
No, this is so overcooked. And look, the potatoes are runny.
Mom.
They're so runny.
Mom, it's gonna be great.
A son is a poor substitute for a lover.
Jonathan and Joyce. Jonathan and Joyce. The most toxic relationship in that entire show. On the rewatch, it was more obvious than ever. It makes me question the Duffers' relationship with their mother.
even through the whole series, they never really addressed it. They never really They somewhat kind of sort of had it where she just accepted, that he has to live his own life. But it was, hard coming.
Jonathan, he never really saves the day. There's a couple times, like in season 1, when he steals his dad's gun. Okay.
Are you serious?
What? You want to find this thing and take another photo? Yell at it?
That's pretty based. I'll give him that. His dad sucked. It's not like it's going to ruin that relationship.
Right.
But then he gets knocked out by the monster, which again is fine if we're making a point that Steve is so the man. Season 1, Steve has a wonderful transformation. Not really psychotic bully in any way, because Jonathan's a creep.
They established that first season.
And he should have died.
Or suffered some kind of real consequences, at least.
Because him getting that picture of Barb was just happenstance.
Yeah.
He was a weirdo in the woods, taking pictures to a party he wasn't invited to.
Oh, man. Let me see. Dude.
Yeah, this isn't creepy at all.
And we never addressed that other than making Steve a jerk for breaking his camera.
Creep was spying on us last night. He's probably gonna save this one for later.
See, you can tell that he knows it was wrong, but man, that's the thing about perverts. It's hardwired into them, they just can't help themselves. So, you just have to take away his toy.
No, please, not the camera.
No, wait. Tommy. It's okay. Here you go, man.
You're lucky Steve just broke your camera. You needed an ass whooping. So Steve is an absolute prince. Not only does he not beat the dog shit out of him, only breaks his camera, he ends up buying him a camera in the last episode because he felt bad. Because again, Steve's a prince.
Did you give it to him?
Yeah.
Nancy doesn't deserve Steve. She never deserves Steve. Steve was always too good for Nancy.
You got mad at me because I was drunk, and then you took me home.
See, that's where your mind gets a little bit fuzzy. That was your other boyfriend. That was Jonathan.
I don't understand.
Pretty simple, Nancy. You're just telling him like it is.
I would have followed Steve around the Adventure Island when I was 14 years old all day. Me and 3 of my best girlfriends giggled hysterically if he ever looked our way, and we wouldn't have said one word to him all day, and it would have been a wonderful day at Adventure Island when I was 14.
You're saying stalking is okay if you're a 14-year-old girl?
To a 17-year-old boy at Adventure Island? Yes. Yes.
It's giving you a hard time.
What were we gonna do? We wouldn't even speak to him. We were the most harmless.
But he knew
stalkers.
he was doing fucking wrong, and he just and he had no repercussions other than
Jonathan. Yes,
his picture ended up basically being what showed the creature, Shadow, and then he gets the girlfriend. He gets the girl. So the whole thing was kind of like,
you deserve none of that, Jonathan. And the only way it works is if you die saving your brother in season 2 or 3. I don't want to get too far into season 3, but Hot McMullet should not have died in season 3. That should have been Jonathan.
It was.
I was not done with Mullet. Mullet should have turned to good.
It was like she pity dated him. Was pretty much what it was. It was a pity date.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
It's funny because they dated in real life. They're still together.
Really? Okay.
They have all the chemistry of a ham sandwich.
I didn't even know that. I didn't follow it.
Didn't know until I heard some of the other people talking about it. Because again, I wouldn't have suspected any passion. Trust me.
We'd like a room.
We got those. You want a single or a double?
Double.
There was a lot more hotness when Miss Wheeler had little Mr. Curl Mullet come to her door.
I can't.
Can't what? Have fun? Mrs. Wheeler.
I just I don't think I need any lessons.
Oh, you see, I think you do. I just don't think that you've had the right teacher. It will be the workout of your life.
Different episode, but Miss Wheeler needed to die too. Or Mr. Weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't want to get... Jonathan and Joyce. Joyce was miserable. She never learned. She was always a thorn in Hopper's side, a thorn in her son's side.
Hey, get back inside.
Wait, are you insane?
Look,
No, I'm
something happens to me. I don't make it back.
Yeah, well, then I'll go. You stay. Are you kidding me? He's my son, Hop. My son. I'm going.
She never learned to trust the men around her. And even in the final season, in season 5, which again, I'm trying to focus on season 1, but in season 5, when she has that bullshit plan, that nonsense plan, they're all like lying to her, placating her. Like, oh yeah, Joyce, sure, that's an okay plan.
Mac Z runs right underneath the barracks.
If this is really end times, we're serious and we've been in the pits together. I'm not going to lie to you about anything, ever, because everything's life or death. Certainly not about your feelings. So it's just not, or it just reiterates that women don't need to be in combat situations because you have to worry about their feelings. Which one are you trying to do? Because both of them are bad. So Jonathan, I would have been fine with Jonathan dying in season 1 for 2 reasons. 1, because he's a pervert. And 2, because he didn't watch his brother.
Mom? Jonathan? Mom?
So if you want to make that sacrifice where Jonathan dies for his brother to get Will back somehow, if he went with Hopper, which would have been the appropriate thing, why his mother him out? If the Duffer brothers had had any kind of healthy relationship with their mother, there would have been some point when he would have made her stop. He didn't know he was taking that picture. Let me write this to where he could be an accidental pervert and not die. Comes out, he's taking pictures, he's looking for his brother, he sees them, he takes like 1 picture, he's like, oh, so sad, Nancy's pretty. And then leaves, gets the shit scared out of him by something, circles back around, and then starts taking pictures as the chubby redhead gets snatched. Like, he actually sees it, but he knows no one's going to believe him. If you change the character around...
Yeah, he didn't have to necessarily die, but there had to be repercussions.
Oh, he'll lose an eye.
Something had to happen.
Lose a hand, lose an eye. Definitely not gain a girlfriend.
He had to at least catch an ass whipping.
By the monster. He has to get maimed by the monster for being a pervert. He never stands up to his mother. It would have been perfect for when he goes to get his brother. Joyce should have stayed with the children, like a woman would stay with the children, but instead, she's going with Hopper, even though her son can carry more, fight better than a middle-aged woman. There's no reason why Joyce should be there, even to rescue Will. It does not make sense. She's not the better fighter of her and her 16-year-old son. Spartan times, World War II time, or whatever, he'd be fighting. So, there's just her whole bullying and sidelining and bullying Hopper. She's just an absolute malignant bully. She doesn't lose either of her sons, theoretically. They both live. There's no punishment for being a bad person. There's no punishment for being a bully, overbearing mother that won't let your son grow.
Get in. I told you, I explicitly told you I didn't want him going anywhere that's not safe. And not only did you take him, you cut off all communication.
See why there was no moral repercussions for the most part, as there is with most storytelling. So I see where you come from, that it was, kind of a nihilistic.
I hated that. Steve has a beautiful moral. The first season, Steve feels bad when he calls Nancy a whore, even though Nancy was being a whore. She had another dude in her room, in her bed. That's slut stuff. Doesn't matter if he didn't knock it out. She has a boyfriend. That doesn't look good. He didn't knock on the window. He didn't whip his ass right there. He went away. Yes, he wrote some uncool stuff. Still felt bad. Went to clean it off. He at the last minute shows up. Nancy pulls a gun on him. You realize that. Nancy pulled a gun on him in season 1.
Get out of here!
Steve, get out!
Wait, what? What is going on?
You have 5 seconds to get out of here.
Okay, it's a joke, stop.
Like, supposedly trying to get him to leave. But really, she's trying to keep her secret with Jonathan.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you insane?
Going to come back. So you need to leave. Right? Now.
Her control of the monster, her access to the monster. But Steve, being the champion that he is, comes back and saves her. Athlete, peak. Steve, King Steve. It's a different episode, but Steve should have been a dad before season 5 was out. That's all I'm saying. Steve was a dad. Season 2 was all about Steve being the best dad there was.
So you really fought one of these things before? And you're like totally 100% sure it wasn't a bear?
And the fact that they did not make him a father, they only were like, oh, he wants nuggets. No. Season 3, Nancy should have been pregnant and not known who the dad was, if you want to make it soap opera-y.
Steve.
I waited.
It's like only a month.
Tell me that wouldn't have been way better
Still
story.
Still a kid's show.
A kid's show, my ass. And then Vecna steals the baby. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. I'm going to cut that out. But yeah, but it would have been way better if Vecna stole the baby because it's related to Will, but then that's the way Steve finds out that Nancy, kid isn't his. Ooh, Days of Our Lives with Steve, Nancy, and Jonathan. So much a better story. Anyway, Jonathan never pays the price for being a creep. And Joyce never pays the price for being a bitch.
Yeah, there's just no character growth for some of them. I would say even for 11, there was no character growth, like positive, almost ever. She was at her peak in season 1, but, that's it.
Her growth was learning friendship.
Everything I said about you being a traitor and stuff, I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Friends don't lie. I'm sorry, too.
I'm okay with that being all she learns the first season, because she could learn morality season 2 from an adult. She had to sacrifice her new friends to defeat the monster. So she goes through that arc. She goes through her little hero's arc.
Mm-hmm. Well, they had to build her up. Yeah, I mean, she's the key at least season 1 through 3 or 4. She was kind of the key to the story.
It seems to be a really bad example of probably a relationship in their own life that's never been dealt with if they think that's just how mothers and sons should act. That's not healthy. That's not growth.
I felt like they had to have conflict, okay? They felt like there had to be conflict for it to be interesting.
You have demons.
So that was how they went about it.
You have a wet porthole full of demons.
So, his mother basically was only half there and, she was half crazy and...
You don't need a bitchy woman to add drama when you have demons.
And then her kid gets taken on top of it,
That's enough.
Disappears.
What I'm saying is you can have Joyce being the enmeshed, controlling bitch in the first episode. I'm totally fine starting where we started. But by the end of season 1, we should have ended somewhere else. It should have been Joyce with the kids and letting her son go off with Hopper and trusting that he'll bring back his brother. She should have had to trust the men.
Hatred of men in a lovely young woman. It could be her downfall.
Because she didn't trust any men. She didn't like her ex-husband. Her ex-husband was a scumbag. We met him in season 1. He wasn't trustworthy.
We're here for the money!
No!
The money! Admit! You weren't here because of Will. You never cared about him. You never did.
Jesus, Joyce. It was his funeral today. Do we have to do this right now?
I can't
believe I fell for this.
I'm here to help, Joyce.
To help?
We could use that money for good.
Oh, like maybe to pay off your debts?
But Hopper was. Theoretically, Jonathan was. But Joyce never trusted men. Because they didn't grow at all. 5 seasons, same people.
And you haven't really brought up the other element, which was the guy she was dating. And his role in it. You know, he was just trying to stabilize her to some extent.
Have you seen them?
We're looking, Mom.
Yeah, we're looking.
Aha! Found him!
Oh.
Hiding under some jeans, sneaky little buggers.
Thank you. Lifesaver. Can you take Will to school today? I cannot be late again.
He's staying over now.
Can you just take Will, please?
I can take him.
Will you make sure he gets in okay?
Yeah, of course.
She was using him the whole time, though. Remember, she sent him away until she realized he could figure out the map?
Yeah.
16 feet, 10 inches.
What about Danford to Jordan?
This has got to be enough.
It's not. It's really not.
Can you figure it out?
Well, it's hard. The ratio isn't exactly 1 to 1. I mean, if you're twisting my arm and you are twisting my arm, I would say that the X is maybe a half mile southeast of Danford.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll get into another episode, but Joyce, she didn't deserve any of the men. No, she deserved Jonathan, the boy she made. Jonathan and Will, the 2 weakest weak boy characters. Them were Joyce's boys, for sure.
Come on, nobody's all bad.
America, built to last. Yeah, that's right. No, that's right. They'll be flying that flag all night. Red, white, and blue.
Thank you for joining us here today. We really do appreciate your time. I'm Lorelei, and this is
Space Deviant.
And together, we are Southern Fried Cinema Siblings. And remember, the most important story is the story you tell yourself, so
make it a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. You're still here, are you? Well, why don't you make yourself useful? Click the share button. Click the subscribe button. May as well go ahead and click for the next episode, too.